Hey guys! So today we're talking about my top favorite drugstore beauty products. Now, I've seen a couple comments on my recent videos saying that I'm using more high-end makeup and you wish I would use more drugstore, and let me just say that I have been dabbling a little more into higher-end makeup, and that's only because I want a better perspective of everything that's out in the beauty world, so the only way to figure out if you like something is to try it. So that's mainly why I've been experimenting with more higher-end products, is because I want to be a full beauty encyclopedia all enclosed in this huge head. But do not get it twisted. I am a die-hard drugstore beauty girl. It was my first love. It's just so fun to me to like walk into a CVS or a Target or something like that and just, I immediately, without hesitation, go straight for the beauty aisle. Sometimes I don't even realize I'm doing it. I'll be with Jeremy and he's like, "Where are you going?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to the makeup aisle." It's just kind of an addiction or a sickness, whatever you want to call it. I have a few products here that I think are amazing drugstore beauty products. I have probably repurchased these more than 10, 20, some of these probably even 30 times because I just love these so much. I have no complaints with them and I thought that I would share them with you in one video. So, I think that I don't have anything serious to say, except I know that you guys are wondering where Vlogmas Week 2 is, and hold on, I got hair on my lip. I didn't really have, I looked at the footage to see what I had, and it was really just boring. I did nothing last week. I was sick the majority of the week. I was still trying to film videos for you, so I think that I left the house one time last week. So, I mean, that's really boring. So hopefully this week I can do some more things and have more interesting videos up for you guys, because I'm not gonna put up a video of like me sitting on the couch like painting my fingernails. Moving on to my favorite drugstore beauty products. So I'm just gonna kind of go in the order that you would apply these products to your face. Me personally, I have to wear a primer. I hate the way liquid foundation feels on my naked skin, and sometimes when I'm in a rush, I'll just try to slap foundation on. I'm like, oh, why did you do that? Like, as soon as it touches my face, I hate it. I must have something underneath before I put my foundation on. So my favorite drugstore one is the L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur, and they have two kinds. They have the oil-free and they have the original. The oil-free is my preferred one simply because I'm an oily person, and it is a more clear base gel. This is the one that I have in my hand is not oil-free, but the one that I am showing you in this clip is oil-free. It just smooths out fine lines and wrinkles. This is great to wear when you don't want to wear any kind of other makeup on your face. It kind of evens out your skin tone. It just really gives you that appearance of really smooth skin. Love this. I have two foundations that I wanted to mention from the drugstore, and I'm positive that you guys are already gonna know what I'm going to mention. Boom! And you know it's the L'Oreal True Match. I have been wearing this foundation for ever, it feels like, and this is the one I was talking about that I probably purchased 30 or more bottles of these because I just can't get enough of it. Even trying higher end brand foundations, I still prefer this over all foundations that I own. It's my tried and true. I absolutely love it. I have no complaints with it. They have a huge color selection for you to pick from. I think it's one of the largest in the drugstore. I do have oily skin and I still don't have any complaints about it. I can probably get a 6-7 hour wear out of my L'Oreal True Match, but remember, I'm priming my face, I'm setting it with some kind of setting spray, and of course I may be doing some touch-up, especially if I'm going somewhere and I know I'm gonna have pictures taken. I will bring some kind of powder foundation with me just to kind of touch up if it gets a little too dewy. The other one that I want to mention is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous. Yeah, 3-in-1 foundation. This is supposed to be your primer, concealer, and foundation in one. I don't know about all of that because I still put on a primer and concealer and then this foundation. This I can probably get about 10 hours of wear out, and it doesn't really oxidize on me at all. I have two colors here. I have 845 and 857, and recently I've just been kind of mixing these together to get my desired shade. This sets to more of a powdery finish. Moving on to concealer. These next two are both by Maybelline, and the first one is the Age Rewind, which just looks like this. Obviously, if you watch YouTube, you have seen this little guy floating all over the place. I like him more for highlighting as opposed to concealing. It blends out really, really easily. It's got this, you know, little, you just crank it up and the product comes out through this little sponge. And the little sponge is actually really nice and smooth to apply it, but I wouldn't recommend like trying to blend out your concealer with this. I still blend out with my Beauty Blender. blender. For more of a concealer that will actually give you concealing results, I like the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I really like the consistency of it. It's super creamy. I do find that it creases a little bit underneath the eyes, but nothing so bad that I would find it unwearable because I still do wear this all the time. All right, two powders that I want to talk about. The first one is the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. This is in Nude Beige. It's just a lightweight, long-lasting shine control powder with a matte finish to it. It also says it helps to minimize the appearance of pores. I don't know about all that. Pretty inexpensive. I think that these are around $3, $2. Most of the time I get these on sale, and it just comes in like a double pack, so you get two for the price of one. The next one is a little more expensive for a drugstore. I think this is like $9. Well, I guess it depends on where you get it because I have seen it range in prices. But this is the Revlon Nearly Naked Powder. This is in the color Fair. I like to get my powders a little bit lighter than my foundation colors so that if I do need to use the powder throughout the day to just kind of touch up, I'm not putting a dark powder on my face and then kind of making myself look muddy and stuff like that. And I just gashed my nail and I hate that so much. This is a really nice, finely milled powder and it just blends seamlessly. Finding a bronzer in the drugstore can be a little tricky because it seems like all bronzers in the drugstore seem to have some kind of shimmer to them. And if you're trying to use the bronzer to contour your face, the last thing you want to do is pick up a bronzer with shimmer in it. My favorite drugstore bronzer is the NYC Sunny because it may look when you first, if you've never purchased it and you see it when you open it, you may think, oh my god, this is going to be super, super light. But it's not. There's no shimmer in it. It is a matte bronzer, and the best part is these are like $2.99. Two blushes that I have here with me. The first one is Wet n Wild Mellow Wine, and as you can see, this thing has been through the ringer. It is tore up, scratched up, and it's been used a million times. The color payoff for these Wet n Wild blushes is great too. If you have been watching me for a while on YouTube, you know this blush because I used to use it all the time. The next drugstore blush is from Hard Candy, and this is Fox in a Box. This is very similar packaging to kind of Benefit, you know, the box with the blushes, and it's actually a mosaic or tiled blush, so you get 4 different colors and you just swirl them together and it gives you this great pink flushed natural cheek, which I love. I think there's like 3 or 4 of these Fox in a Boxes, but this is by far my favorite one. Spicy and sweet. I think these are around $4 or $5. For eyeshadows, there's tons in the drugstore, tons that are horrible, tons that have no color payoff, tons that are chalky, tons that have fallout. It's hard to find, in my opinion, a good quality eyeshadow from the drugstore. Now these are definitely my favorite. Obviously I'm talking about them in the video, and I only have one brand that I'm going to be mentioning, and it is the Maybelline Eye Studio Quads. I love these. I have tons of them. I think the color payoff of these is amazing. I like the color combinations that they have in the quads. The only downfall I find with these Maybelline Eye Studio Quads is it's hard to find ones that actually have a matte shade in it. I think out of all the ones that I have, this is the only one that I have that has 2 matte colors in it, which they're by far 2 of my favorite matte colors, and this was a limited edition one. This is Cozy Cashmere. It may be coming back around because last time I found this was last year around fall. So moving on to liquid liners. Both of these, of course I'm showing you guys 2, but I use actually both of these to achieve my winged liner. I use the Maybelline Line Stiletto to kind of draw the wing on and fill it in and do the whole proportionate thing, but it is a felt tip liner, which is great for beginners if you are having trouble with your liquid liner. This is what I learned with, was the Maybelline Line Stiletto, because it's got this fatter end so you have more control over it because it's small. Then I use the NYC liquid liner to just flick the tail a little bit because it is more of the traditional liquid liner wand. This gives me that great flick that I want. Best part, the NYC liquid liner is like $2. It's like $1.99. Moving on to mascara. 2 of my favorites, longtime favorites, will be my favorites forever. They should be your favorites, and if they're not, they should be. The first one is the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. This is a natural natural brush, and this gives you the fullest, most volumized lashes there is. I prefer this over all the voluminous that they come out with, the fiber lashes, the million lashes, the blah 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 lashes. I think that they could get rid of all those mascaras and just have voluminous carbon black. The next one is the Rimmel Lash Accelerator. Teeny tiny little wand. I mean, it's one of the smallest mascara wands that I own. These two are great to use together because the voluminous carbon black can kind of make your lashes a little clumpy, a little spidery, but if you have the Rimmel Lash Accelerator, oh my god! But if you have the Rimmel Lash Accelerator, you can go right in there, it wiggles right through everything, separates everything, and just lengthens that voluminous that you just put on there. These two together, ain't nothing better. And lastly, we're going to talk about lipsticks. I have 3 lipsticks to talk about and 1 gloss. The first one is Rimmel's Airy Fairy. This is a great nude color. I feel like it complements all skin tones. It's super moisturizing on your lips, and it looks great with any kind of eye that you wear. You could wear a really naked eye, you could wear a super smoky dramatic eye, and this lip will go with it. It's just amazing, take my word for it. The next one is from Maybelline, and this is from their Color Sensation line. This one is Make Me Pink. Beautiful color. This is like your lips, but better. It is the color that I have on my lips right now. I probably wore this for like a good year straight without changing up my lip color. This has no shimmer in it. It's super creamy. It's not a matte lipstick. It has kind of a sheen to it, so this is great, non-drying, and I think these are like $5. From Revlon, and this is Primrose. Primrose is amazing. I feel like it's super similar to Make Me Pink in the tube until you put them on your lips, and then I feel like it's totally different. This one is not a matte either. It is, these have names. Oh, this is a cream. I don't know how my lipstick got like that, like how the shape is, because none of them look like this, and when I look at it, it just reminds me of like that little thing on Instagram when it's like, what lipstick are you? 1 lip gloss, and these are the Revlon Super Lustrous in Supernatural. Great, amazing, everyday nude color. Again, it's that pinky kind of nude, just complements all skin tones. You can wear it with tons of different eye looks, so this is a great one to have in your collection just because it's universal. I don't find it sticky on my lips. I do just find that I have to kind of reapply it more than I'd like to. But nonetheless, love this gloss, love this gloss, love this gloss. Love pretty much all the glosses from this line. Super lustrous? Yeah, super lustrous. My throat hurts. So that was it for my favorite drugstore beauty products. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I gave you guys some ideas of what to look for in the drugstore, because I know it can be confusing because there's just so many things, but those are what my favorite videos are for. Those are what my love it or leave it are for, just to give you guys a better navigation system of what's going on at your drugstore. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys, and until next time, I will talk to you soon.